Hi, I'm Tanya Neslusan. I was raised to understand that when we encounter injustice, it is our responsibility to respond, because it's what we're supposed to do as human beings. I was told that you don't get an award for doing what you're supposed to do, and yet here I am, deeply grateful and honored to accept the Social Justice Advocacy and Action Award. My journey into advocacy did not begin with a desire for recognition. It began with a belief that every human being deserves to feel safe, valued, and empowered to live fully as themselves. That belief has guided me throughout my work and continues to shape everything we do at Mass Equality. As Executive Director of Mass Equality, I have had the privilege of working alongside some of the most dedicated, courageous, and compassionate advocates I know. Together, we share a vision of a Commonwealth where LGBTQ people are not just protected by law, but are able to experience true, lived equality in their daily lives. Equally important, I have been entrusted by community members with their stories, their struggles, and their needs. That trust is something I carry with me every day. It reminds me that advocacy is not abstract, it is deeply personal. Together, we have advanced protections for LGBTQ people across Massachusetts. We have championed inclusive policies and fought for dignity and equality in schools, hospitals, workplaces, shelters, and senior centers. From passing critical non-discrimination protections, to defending and advancing transgender rights, to expanding access to affirming health care, our coalition has made real and tangible progress. Much of that work happens quietly, behind the scenes. It doesn't always make headlines, but its impact is felt in people's lives, in moments of safety, in access to care, and in the reassurance that someone is standing with them. That is why this recognition from Safe Homes is so meaningful to me. Your work reflects the same values that guide Mass Equality every day, that every human being is worthy of dignity and respect, and that understanding that advocacy without action is not enough. You remind us that justice does not begin in policy alone. It begins with care, with trust, and with showing up for people when they need it the most. I also want to acknowledge Worcester, the city where I was born and where I cut my teeth as an organizer. Worcester is a city that understands what it means to fight for one another. This community has shaped my understanding of solidarity and resilience, and of what it looks like to keep showing up, even when the work is hard and the path forward isn't always clear. Any recognition that I receive belongs to the colleagues, partners, and community members who have trusted me, challenged me, and stood shoulder to shoulder with me through moments of progress and moments of heartbreak. It belongs to the people whose stories fuel this work and whose courage continues to demand more of all of us. This award is not a finish line. It's a reminder that collective action matters, showing up matters, and that doing what we're supposed to do, standing up for one another, refusing silence, and choosing to care, not only can change lives, but it is truly the only way that we can make the world a better place. Our work is not finished. We have all faced immense difficulties this year. Members of marginalized communities have faced policies and rhetoric that intensified discrimination, limited access to protections and services, and created widespread fear and uncertainty about their rights and safety. There are still voices unheard, needs unmet, and battles ahead. But tonight, I am reminded that none of us walk this path alone. Each person here is part of this movement for justice, dignity, and compassion. Thank you for this honor, for your trust, and for your partnership. Together, we will keep standing up, speaking out, and building the world we know is possible. One where everyone can live freely and proudly as themselves. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.